Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look. Sorry there hadn't been much video here. It's been raining. I've been trying to keep my camera out of the rain and everything. As you can see, the two tomatoes that were red, they got attacked, I think, by birds. I'm not positive about that. As soon as they started to redden up, even though they weren't quite completely ripe, I think birds or something got it. So this one still has one tomato left on it there. Don't know why this camera can't focus on what I wanted to. But yeah, so I got one tomato left there, but the overall health of the tomato plant looks like it is dwindling. So it's turning yellow. It's not looking too good. The new growth up top is nice and green, but definitely not looking so hot. Kind of looks like the vine split down there maybe, and has some issues there. I think part of it possibly is because it's just been raining so much, and this little container just keeps filling up with water, and I just keep having to scoop out the water. I use that water then to water, like the plants like this and stuff, which just seemed to do really well. I did want to do a quick update on that because this plant here, the one in the bucket that hadn't produced any fruit on it or anything, I went through and I trimmed out all the, most of the suckers, and I ended up with I have, I think, 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ended up with 5 tomatoes on it. So it was definitely a nutrients issue. I think all the suckers were just taking way too much of the nutrients out of the plant here. It just couldn't handle it. So it grew like crazy, which is great and everything. I had a big, beautiful green bush, but it wasn't producing any of the tomatoes I was wanting. So it looks like it should be okay now. I do need to weed a little bit down there. Sorry, the mailman's coming. So, but I have that sucker down there. I thought was pretty much dead, but now it's starting to get a little branch on him. So that's cool. So we'll see how that little guy turns out. I was hoping he would grow up when this one got done. He would then grow up and kind of take his place. So we'll have to see. The sweet potato vines are just, runners are just going like crazy. So they're just running. There's virtually no keeping them trimmed back. I guess I could, but I haven't been trimming them back. So there's the citronella plant that I got. The rosemary is doing quite well. We've actually been harvesting and cooking with it, so that's been really cool, even though it's still a fairly small plant. The bad news is my sweet cherry, the cherry tomato got drowned. I think the stem kind of got stuck on the bucket and ended up having some problems there. So the buckets just kind of fill up with water, and I think it was laying over, and so it ended up drowning or rotting the stem, that sort of thing. So with his little counterpart there, this was the one that in all fairness, that was the one that got smashed on the net cup. So that might have been a factor as well. But with this one, I took his little counterpart there and I put him up on a stone. I did that last night, so I don't know how that's going to work out. If the stone's going to be a problem or not. I'm just trying to get him up off the bucket so that he didn't drown too. The watermelon's starting to take off and starting to do pretty good there, so I'm happy with that. But I think it's got a little too much water. With all this rain, it's just been raining like crazy, and just been having so much trouble and everything. So hopefully that turns out to do well. Now then, this and this one, these are from the tomato seeds that I got from my tomato plant this year, so they're doing quite well, I think. Alright, so this one here was actually growing, and it was having some problems and stuff. It grew over the cage, and so I was going to try to train it to maybe go over onto the fence is what my hope was with it, but it keeps kind of going back up. I actually checked last night, and the reservoir is down to like an inch, if that, of water. So it's really cool and neat to see what happened on the inside here. The roots just actually went down to the bottom. Let me pause the camera and I'll show that to you guys. Alright guys, here it is. So this one had actually drained almost completely down, and you can see just the roots are just absolutely luxurious and just absolutely beautiful roots and everything. So I think one of the problems that I've had in the past is I've always just kind of filled this up and kept it as close to the top as I could have, and people are saying no, if you're doing the crab key, just let the thing just completely like let it drain. And so you can see down there, I think there's about 2 to 3 inches probably of water that I added. Sorry, not water, nutrients solution. So I added that back in last night to just to give it some water and nutrients. I'm hoping it won't drown. I'm hoping that's what it needs now to really kind of take off and go. So I don't see any fruit. I see plenty of little flower. Hopefully you guys can see those little flowers there. They're not open, those ones, but there's some up there on the end. Anyways, so he doesn't have any fruit on him, but it's probably because he ran out of solution. If you compare that one to this one that's kind of just starting out, you can see the water difference. Like the water's way up high. This one's got the roots coming out the sides and everything. So not doing too bad himself. But it's not the, but the roots. I have noticed with this particular lid here, I've noticed that they tend to put out a lot more roots in this, because this is like that tall and it's that wide, so a lot more roots kind of go out to the side instead of just straight down. I don't know if that's because the water level is so high or what, but I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Whereas if we compare it, I don't think I'll be able to get this one open. Yeah, sorry guys. Oh, I can maybe just lift him up. When I lift this guy up, see his roots are growing down. Whereas I noticed that these roots tend to go out the sides. Oh, sorry guys, the Roomba is cleaning. So I was hoping to maybe get that cage over here and maybe have him grow up that cage. Was maybe what I was hoping. Because this one will hopefully grow up this cage. I kind of twisted him around, so hopefully he'll kind of make it in there. What is the weirdest thing? Like, it's split. So it literally has two different things there. I haven't seen that before, but I'm not very experienced, so that's kind of cool. But so that's those. That's pretty much it. These are the new tomatoes that I planted this year from the tomato I harvested off the plant that was previously here. This one got a little low, so I'm gonna have to keep a close eye and probably add nutrients on that almost every day, depending on how much it's using. Watermelon plant there is doing good. That one's doing okay. I think it's getting just too much rain there. Lucky Bamboo's doing okay. Still not sure what I'm gonna do with him, but we'll find out. But I'd say the biggest change is this here. This one's got, what'd I say, 5 tomatoes on it. So it definitely appears to be a sucker issue. Or it was a sucker thing. Oh, I almost forgot my little mint. Alright, so that's the mint that my brother-in-law gave me. So that's cool. That's actually, this is the one that has just the water in it. And then that one has dirt, because those are all rooted. So I'm probably going to transplant those into like a little fabric bag and move them around, because everybody says that you have to be really careful with mint because it will just overtake everything. So that's the mint there. So hopefully I'll have a mint plant kind of like the rosemary there, soon, where it's in that bag or in a bag and everything. So still waiting, still getting lots of flowers on this one. So I'm hoping to get some seeds off of that lettuce. I think I've waited way too long. That little tomato that I just stuck in there because I didn't have room from anywhere else, he seems to be doing pretty good. He seems to be pretty happy there. So I'll have to see what happens with that. I think that was a 10-gallon tote. And then today when I was out, I picked up this one, which is, I believe, a 12-gallon tote here. So I'll have to see what I'm going to do with it, because this one's taller. I'm hoping I'll just put 6 because the lid's smaller it's a smaller space, surface space here. So my plan is to put 6 holes in it and to use it for aquaponics. I'm hoping because it's a black interior, black siding and everything, that it will produce less light to get in. The one thing I'm worried about being in Florida is the heat, because it's black, so I don't know if I'm going to have to put some aluminum foil over it or maybe paint it a different color, or I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what happens with it. So, but I would like to get one with more space, more surface space that's low to the ground like that one. Kind of something similar to this, but obviously not that big, for possibly putting in strawberries and the onions that I had gotten. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So still have a couple empty buckets with just soil in it. Just haven't gotten new things to replant and stuff. So have to kind of take that by year and take that one day at a time and figure out what I'm going to do with those buckets and everything. So my summer is about midway over, or we're mid-July, so we got July and August, or late July, excuse me. I think today's the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, July 27th. So, but that's pretty much my plans. I think I just need to find something to put my strawberries and onions into, and then hoping to get a second kind of set up here. If this is black, maybe I can grow lettuce over winter here, because I usually don't get a freeze. Usually, I knock on some wood. Usually, and if they are, they're usually very, very light, only for a day or two, maybe when we have freeze warnings, that sort of thing. So, hoping maybe I can just take and get that taken care of and everything. So, we'll have to see. I don't know what is up. I think I have too high of a nitrogen. The end part of the nitrogen. There we go. Thank heavens. I can't talk when I turn this thing on. I think my nitrogen is too high for the plants here, and I think that's why I just have the runners growing like crazy. The other thing is I do recycle my hydroponic solution. I don't. I have storm drains right there, so don't dump it out in the yard and stuff. I use the I mix the hydroponic solution with water, and then I use it to water the different plants and stuff. I don't know if that's part of why this one's doing much better now or not, but I put some on those too, and I think that threw my nitrogen up too high, I think. I could be completely wrong on this, but and I think that's why the runners are just growing like crazy. Although I did see a sweet potato up in that bag there that was pretty big, so I'm really excited to see that. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. If it wasn't raining, I would take you over and show you, but that's it. So the garbage truck's coming, so I'll cut this one and talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, comments if you will. Thanks a lot for all your support and help. Thanks, guys.